It is close to the end of the semester. Therefore, let us take a look of your final project and see what is it that I require you guys to submit. So for your final project, students will be able to do the insert, delete, and modify tuples in a database system, which is Oracle that we are going to use, and verify the correctness of your database design. So since we have went through the project number 3, which creates the structure of the database by using the Oracle DDL code, now you should have the structure of your database. It is time for us to learn and start to insert the items and possibly delete as well as modify the tuples inside of the database. And also, based on the data that you inserted into your database, I want you guys to create some meaningful queries in Oracle DML languages. So make the queries in your own database with tuples in it. So based on the database schema, your group design, please do the following things. There are 2 requirements. The first requirement is about loading the data. The second requirement is about the queries. So let's take a look of the first part. The first part is load the data into your database. Minimum of 400 tuples in total. So if you have 10 tables, each one averagely need to have like 40 tuples. Some of them may have more, some of them may have less. So I only try to require you the total number of tuples. It's required for a team with 5 people. And if your team has only 4 people, I require you guys to have 350 tuples. If your team has only 3 people, then I want you guys to do 300 tuples. Under general situation, each table should have at least 5 tuples. Avoid the situation that the table has no tuples, then it is totally weird that you create a table for that. If you can find a method, let us talk about the bonus opportunities here. So if you can find a method such as connect with the API using the JDBC, and of course I provide the link over here for you guys to get more information. If you know how to do that, connect using the API, connect to the database that you try to reference on, and you will be able to load the all related data in your database design. Then you will be able to get a 2 points on overall grade. Notice this is not 2 extra points on this project. It is 2 extra points on overall grade. So if your team has someone knows how to do that, you can assign him to focus on this area, try to retrieve all related data to your database, and then convert those information into Oracle insert operations, then load all of those informations into your database. Then you can get the bonus points over here. After that, after you have loaded the data, and obviously you need to have the data so that you can make the queries. So after you finish part 1, let us take a look of the part 2. Part 2 requirement is that based on the database schema and the tuples you loaded, I want you to design your own meaningful queries from the following criteria. So you totally need to create 10 different queries. The first query is probably the simplest one. Design one meaningful query, use only one table. So it's very straightforward. Query number 2 and number 3 is that design 2 meaningful queries that join 2 tables. So you need to find a topic and then try to use 2 tables to get the information that you are interested in. Query 4 and 5 is design 2 meaningful queries that join 3 tables. Query number 6 is the most complicated one. Design one meaningful query that joins 4 tables. And therefore, that's the requirements for query 1 through 6. For requirement for query number 7 and 8, I want you to design 2 meaningful queries that use the set theory operations. And set theory operations can be either union or intersection or minus, depends on your application. So you need to design 2 meaningful queries that use the set theory operations. And finally, the last 2 queries need to use the grouping operations. And therefore, in total, there are 10 meaningful queries that I want you guys to submit. All of these design queries need to have, first of all, English description of what this query is trying to do. So you need to tell me what is it that you want this query to do in English. Don't give me computer languages. So saying that you want to find who works for department number 5 or who works for research department, like that. And of course, you need to write your Oracle code to run on your Oracle and then take a screenshot of the results from Oracle. So you will end up with 10 queries. Each one of them has English description, Oracle code, as well as the screenshot of the result for all 10 of those. When you try to submit that, you need to use the order from query 1 through query 10. It will be much easier for me to grade that way. So in summary, what you need to submit for the final project is basically everything that you have done in this semester. I want you guys to understand that if in the future you are interested in some database jobs, this is going to be something that you can showcase of, because you have a whole complete set of your database design experiences, starting with the ER diagram. So you need to give me the final version of ER diagram, and then give me your final version of relational schema diagram converted from your ER diagram. And then the Oracle DDL code. Therefore, if there are some errors or some mistakes that you made in project 1, 2, or 3, try to correct those and make it the final version. And of course, you need to show me the Oracle code as well as the screenshot of the results for loading the data and the final state of each table after part 1 is done. The results can be retrieved by select star from tables that you have been created. If you work on the bonus project, I want you guys to have a very clear report, extra report, indicating that you pursue for the bonus part, which means that you use API and linked with the database that you reference on and be able to load all of the related data into Oracle. If that's what you're doing, please include your code and clearly mark it as the bonus part. And also, please calculate the total amount of tuples that you have included in Oracle. So that is about the first part of this final project. And finally, I want you to report on part 2 of this assignment, including the English description of what the query is, Oracle code, and a screenshot of the result for the Oracle. Submit queries in the order of query 1 through 10. And that is the final project for you to do. Of course, the due date is given in the Blackboard. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and make sure you have every single thing that listed over here for your final project.